Hey guys, welcome back. We are at garage sales today. However, we had issues with our GoPro mic, so we are going to talk through our sales. This is the first sale of the day. There's a lot of stuff here, but we did not buy anything at this sale.
No, not a single item. I think they advertise it as a moving sale, which in our eyes just means they don't want any of this stuff to go with them. And I wouldn't want it to go with me either.
I mean, I did think about the propane tank for a second because it was like $7, and that's cheaper than what you can buy at the store. But do we really need multiple propane tanks for grilling out?
I just saw those propane tanks right now on the video. Had no idea they were there.
$7 each. I'm guessing they were empty because who would sell a propane tank that's full for?
Yeah, but you even still get a discount when you return one.
I know.
So maybe that would have been worth it. Oh well.
Well, we'll find one again at another garage sale. People always seem to have multiples.
So this is a different video for us. We don't typically do voiceovers. Like Rebecca said, her GoPro is having issues. It's been having issues. It may be time to upgrade sooner than later. We're just going to treat this kind of like a podcast version of a video where you don't get to hear us not talk during garage sales. But now I guess we kind of have to explain what we're looking at. And the camera is on Rebecca. As you can see, I am digging through, hoping for anything. And all these boxes are just mixed, like toys on top, dishes in the middle, sheets on the bottom. I heard some glass clinging, so I put it down. It's got a long tail.
You are always more likely to dig through the boxes than I am. And if I've already passed that box and I see you digging through it, I'm always like, oh no, what did I miss? What's he going to pull out?
That is a good point because you dig through a bag in an upcoming sale in a couple minutes, and I ended up buying stuff out of that bag.
I left it there for you to feel like you were winning.
Oh, yes, of course. I need to be winning. I saw the 3 lamps. We're actually looking for a lamp slightly like that for a family member, and those were all cheap as dirt, and they wiggled. This lady with her big cutting thing, she was just there talking in our.
Here we are at the second garage sale. This one didn't have a ton of stuff.
No, you may be thinking, why didn't you look at the Low Rants fish finder that's right there? That she leaves that stuff for me. Makes me feel important. She's looking at some kind of golf club from the Owasso Golf Club. The Low Rants was used. They made it look new, but it was definitely well used inside the package. And you may have seen those tennis rackets. We love tennis rackets, but we do not love sticky handle tennis rackets.
Ew, gross.
And I do not feel like retaping them currently. I don't have that kind of time.
But we have bought a lot of tennis rackets in the past.
We have, and we still will. A lot of shoes, absolutely no names. There is another reseller bouncing around. You'll see him. He's in all black. I guess he's trying to be in a ninja stealth mode or something. He had a big pile as we walked up, and then he continued to look. As you can see, the lady is dropping off a bag. Rebecca notices. She's headed over there. She gets nervous, and she looks at the book.
Hey, I'm always for a good deal on books. Our kids like to read sometimes, so I'm always trying to find things I think they would like to read.
Pretty sure she's just wasting time till the lady got out of the way, and she's going to dig through the bag of awesome Wii foam Nerf accessories.
Like knockoff stuff. But you know, there's got to be good stuff.
You found some PSP games.
I'm glad we got that on camera that you can see all the games that
I'm glad you get to see from this angle. Yeah. Oh, more Nerf bats. Empty case.
Sorry, guys. I'll work on the camera angle this coming weekend.
Oh, there's a case. Ugh. Shook it. No, nothing. I'm not going to look in it. Don't worry
it felt gross.
It actually had a game in it that we did purchase.
Mm-hmm. We actually purchased 2 games at this garage sale for $1.
Because she said $1. We didn't know if she meant $1 each or $1 for the pair. So we just paid her $1 and walked off.
Yes.
There I am digging through them. The people in the background are trying to fit a futon into a Ford Taurus. As it stands, they were not succeeding.
There's a big futon.
There's a big futon and a small car. But I go through. She gets bored with it. She wanders off. She's gonna go look at this fish finder, I bet. Make
Yeah.
sure I didn't double check it. It did have a quarter price tag on it when we did walk up, but it had blown off from another item. It's actually $20, but I did find it after the fact, and it at most in used condition would sell for like 30, 35. Clearly not worth it. She wants to touch the Tinstrakens, but she does not.
You can tell they just feel nasty.
Nope. There's the secret reseller. He wants to dig through the video game bag so bad. He keeps buying clothes and shoes.
They weren't even like name brand clothes.
Nope. And I think he ends up with a couple coffee mugs because, we love coffee mugs. We don't. Found 2 games, Need for Speed, Most Wanted, I think. And you think you see Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, but there was a caseless game and I stuck it in there. And that Grand Theft Auto didn't have its disc, so I figured she wouldn't mind.
And I'm just following John around because I have no idea if I'm supposed to pay her $1 or $2. Because
Yep.
I get so confused when people say that. If they're like $1 each.
Oh, there's the ninja. He's looking. Yeah. This is our third and our absolutely best garage sale of the day. Mostly for personal gains.
Yes.
So we walk up. He's got some brand new shoes. Rebecca probably knows they weren't her size, so she just walks right off.
They're Nikes. I don't wear Nikes.
It's just, and then she starts going through the shorts. Everything, for the most part, especially Nike and Under Armour, is brand new with tags. You may be able to see that tag right there that kind of has like a book to it. He's affiliated with a sports department somewhere, somehow, and he gets a lot of samples sent to him for future collaborations with the school or schools, whatever he works with. These are all of his samples. In the beginning, I was kind of nervous that I didn't really recognize this tag, and I was making sure that they weren't fake or bootlegs or whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
After getting to talk to him, which you would have been able to hear if our GoPro was working properly, he was very sincere. He told us how he has it all. And then we started digging through and we found a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging a little more aggressively, probably just for myself at this point. I did notice a couple things right off the bat that, if I wanted to, I could flip them. We should have probably bought more.
Yeah, looking back, we should have. As you can see, these shorts are $5 each. And like the most expensive item there was $40, I think. And that was like one of those big Nike puffer swim jackets. He said he believed it was for like a swim team. We made fun of it on the video, of course, because it's nothing we would wear. It probably resells really well. I haven't even looked it up.
It's super long. It's almost full length. And he said that's why he said it was for a swimmer. But you didn't get to catch that joke because we're not recording sound at this point in time. But yeah, we're going to watch Rebecca flip through some racks here. I didn't really edit this part out. Probably could have shortened it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm strictly looking for our kids at this point. The first rack of shorts was women's mediums, which I was hoping would fit our daughter. And then I was looking for the boys' stuff to see if he had any kid stuff, but it was all adult stuff.
And then on the men's, where I'm actually looking, a lot of it was larger sizes, which I regret once again not purchasing. There was a lot of 2X, 3X, and that stuff's hard to come by, and especially brand new with tags. I think most of his stuff was in that $10 to $15 range. A couple things were 20, but the three we ended up buying 3 jackets to resell. You'll see them coming up, but a lot of it's local school for us. So of course we're shopping for ourselves. She's reminding me I don't like to wear white, so she put it back. Unfortunate because there's like I guess 7 of those all of a sudden. There's so many of them. And while we were there, he kept bringing out more stuff. And most of it was still folded t-shirts on the table, which we may get a look at. And we were kind of nervous that other people were going to show up and start ravaging the racks. But we had multiple people pull up while we were there, and they just kind of looked around and then walked away. I think they may have been scared off by his shoes prices. He's telling us that he doesn't think that's a local school. He thinks it's probably more of like Louisville, which then he corrected me and said Louisville. Whatever. I don't know which one it is or which one it's not. He's going to step in a second and tell us that the best deal is on this giant rain jacket made by
A6 rain suit.
Yeah. He's I think you're actually no, you're not there yet. He's going to come in and show us.
We're hoping he sets up again in a couple weeks when they have their neighborhood garage sale. This is a neighborhood that we enjoy going to when they have their neighborhood garage sale. We always do really well. So we will definitely swing back by and see if he has set up. Because then we probably will buy a lot more.
Yeah, he's showing us the rain suits right there, which we did not buy.
Didn't even look up.
Nope.
It was $40, and I just
Yeah, we overwhelmed, to say the least.
Yeah.
A lot of Under Armour and Nike golf pants. I looked at them; they weren't my size, so I moved on.
There's just some things we're very selective about, and then other times we will like without hesitation pick it up. And we just weren't filling these to resell. John thought about getting the white shorts. That's why he paused. Well, that's why I paused. He said he may want them, but then he decided that they may be too see-through. So.
Yeah, John didn't think he wanted those. I guarantee you. So there's some of the folds. Actually, initially, when we had walked up, that table was almost completely empty except for his cold brew or whatever he had on there. Did have a couple hats, but not too many. He added a bunch more shoes. Like we said, we were mostly just looking for ourselves. We don't really enjoy listing clothing, but brand new with tags, we should have bought a lot more. And we talked the rest of the day, even like much later, that do you want to go back? Do you think we should drive back by? Do you think he's open? Blah, 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 blah. We just kept doing that for hours.
But we decided against it. Because then by the time we last discussed it, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So that's why we said we hope he's open in a couple weeks. This is one of our neighborhoods that we like to go to. It's more an established neighborhood. Older people live here. He had a couple teenage daughters or something that he was talking to.
I was really impressed by this Nike sweatshirt thing. That's why I kept looking at it, and then I had to show you. It had a price tag on it of like $160, which is so crazy. I know people spend that, but we usually buy most of our clothes at garage sales, so I can't imagine spending that on a sweatshirt.
That wasn't his price.
No, his price was $40. So, I mean, probably like a steal of a deal for someone who knew what it was, but I didn't know what it was.
Probably some big yoga sweater.
These are all their used clothes that he had put out. They were $1 each, I think, is the price he had on them. Well, I guess that's new with tags, but it was in there with the used stuff.
Yeah, it's not his, samples. It's just an Athletic Works.
Yeah.
But that was for personal purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely could have edited this part out. Sorry, this is not as exciting. More excitement coming soon. And we're back to the clothing racks where we've been the whole time. She's showing me she found a pair of shorts for our daughter for $1. How exciting! We actually did have a really good conversation with the guy running the sale, but you know,
And he did give us a really good discount
he did.
on all the
I,
stuff that we
I
bought.
don't know if he meant to or if he just got tired of counting, but he definitely gave us a bigger discount, which we talked about on our Sunday video inside the seller studio, which we do weekly,
Mm-hmm.
where we just kind of make up topics on the whim
Mm-hmm.
and go from there. We don't really follow a script. Obviously, we're not following a script now. I ended up buying, I think, 3 hoodies / jackets for myself. This may have been the time where we had decided maybe we should resell something. No, maybe I'm just still looking.
This is you going back through what I looked at to make sure that I didn't miss anything of like super value.
Oh, that's true. You're going to go back to the dollar bins because they were such a good deal before.
No, he put out a new one.
Oh, now I have to hold your stuff. You're pointing out the dollar shorts again. Such a good deal.
I was just hoping he had like cool t-shirts. They were not cool. They were all like
School related?
school related.
Like all the other clothing he had?
Yeah. But I'm digging and you'll see another lady come up and start digging too, because out of the same basket, because obviously I'm pulling out such great stuff. Maybe she thought I was keeping all of this stuff, so she wanted to get in there before I grabbed it all.
Seems like it. Maybe she just wanted the basket.
I don't know. Which, do you dig through stuff when someone else is digging through like a box or a basket? Do you get in there and dig at the same time? I would not.
No, that person already digging has claim.
Like,
She has no claim. But that's okay.
I was kind of shocked by that.
No, I'm not. I should be, but I'm not. She only really wanted to touch one shirt. Just trying to figure out why you had 2 giant stacks. You didn't. You didn't have a single stack. Not a single item. Oh, we're going to go back to, this one? Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Back to see.
No.
Score.
Not really what I want.
Gross.
I think I'm currently looking at the shoes that he had put out, realizing they're all 10.5s. They don't fit me. I may have scanned a couple. I'm not really sure. We're making one more pass. And I think here's where we've decided that we should probably buy a couple things to flip.
Here's where you can actually see the logo.
So these jackets, we bought 3 of them. They are Yukon Husky jackets, which on Saturday, they had just made the Final Four. And then as we're recording this video, they have won the Final Four. And we sold all 3 jackets. We listed them for $69.11 free shipping. They cost us, tag said $10. There were 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't end up charging us that. But I'm trying to find an exact comp. One I can, sell similar, get it listed quickly. And I found one. I actually found 6. And there were no new ones currently listed. So then I frantically remembered seeing a couple. So we're going back through and we're going to find them one by one. And like I said, there's 3 of them. We've already sold all 3. We sold 2 for best offer of $50, and we sold 1 full price for the $69.11.
That was a great quick turnaround.
Yeah,
for those.
We wanted to sell them quickly because of the national championship. I think they sold well because of the national championship. I'm pointing out a hoodie that doesn't have any sleeves on it. Rebecca's really keen on that. I do end up, I probably already pulled it out, but I do end up pulling out a really, really nice sweatshirt. It has $100 price tag on it. It's really, really well made. And she scored on that. She doesn't even know it.
I'm just going to wear it while I work from the comfort of my home in the air conditioning because it's always so cold. So I'm always bundled up. It'll probably never see the outside.
I think we're ready. And then he's going to start adding up in whatever way he was. He's telling us he would like his hangers back.
Which is fine. We do not want people's hangers when we buy clothes at garage sales. I always try to give the hangers back.
We have our own hangers. We don't need other people's.
Yeah.
I'm checking the shoes. The waffles is what that model is called.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah. It's a throwback to the original. They're also super narrow, and our son's square foot would never, ever fit in that shoe.
Mm-mm.
Oh, there's a beanie. No tags. I was hoping it was new. I don't like sharing beanies. He's still just taking his hangers, giving us a conversation. Oh, he's already told us. Money bags here. He's got the money ready. 20, 40, 60, 80. 80 is the total.
How many times do I count it?
Pretty sure we looked at each other multiple times going, no, I don't think that's right.
That's way less than it should be.
Yep. Because I had a mental calculation of 125. And yeah, I was just ready to grab the stuff and go.
Look at you like snatching it from his hand.
Yeah, he's, there's a hoodie for me. There's another hoodie for me. There's another hoodie for me. He's telling us how great his hangers are, how well they hang stuff. He's telling us that he hopes to have it in the next couple weeks. He's not sure when his neighborhood it is. We, like crazy people.
Oh, we know, don't worry.
We jumped out and told him exactly when it was. He's like, oh, you must live in the neighborhood. We're like, no, we don't.
I love how you say we, though. It was you. You're like, no, but we know what it is. We'll be back.
You and me are a team. So we're at this garage sale. This is there's a huge crowd in the garage of maybe 12 to 15 people. So we thought this must be like the greatest garage sale ever. There's so many people here. You can see this body walking on the top. He's just telling us how great all the stuff is. Then we realized the 12 to 15 people are all family.
But not for the people who live there. I'm pretty sure they're like buying something.
I think half were buying something. And then the other half were like relatives who probably had one or two things in the garage sale and they wanted to make sure that they got their cut.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up not buying anything. She points out this portable DVD player right here.
Not to resell, for personal use.
Mentioning how I've been using the personal DVD player to watch a TV show on. I'm that old school. Just because I can't find it on VHS.
Yeah, we didn't buy anything at this garage sale.
At this point, we probably gave each other the nod. I remember touching this plush for some reason. It's full of like packing peanuts. I probably should have bought it and just used the packing peanuts.
Oh.
And just a bunch of beat up toys. Beat up kid stuff. We give each other the acknowledgement and we're out.
But this was a fun sale. They didn't even have that much. This is when I look at the knockoff bag.
What brand is it?
I do not. I'm not fancy, so I'm not even going to.
What brand is it?
Pretend that I know how to say it.
I think is it Hermes?
I have no idea.
Starts with an H. I don't think it's Hermes because that sounds silly. I think it's Hermes. I don't know though. But the bag was as fake as a, I don't know. I was gonna say a $2 bill.
It
but
just
that's
felt
not true.
super cheap.
Even though in the end I still tried to get her to buy it because I thought it'd be funny.
Because you found the matching wallet.
Yeah.
But it wasn't matching. It was like a different type of leather.
And orange and yeah.
Gross.
We do end up buying a couple things here. I'll come back through and buy a couple movies, which is typically my MO. I then point out something that we should always buy that's in good shape. Rebecca will head over there and also realize that at the same time.
I'm looking to see if there's anything that we need.
Mousetraps.
Springtime.
Mousetraps used to sell really well. I don't remember the exact brand, but then eBay outlawed it and called it poison, which I guess it was technically. There's a lot of hunting stuff that I was going through. A lot of it didn't have brands or makers on it. This I don't know. Bandolier, I guess. I couldn't find a maker on it, and the leather didn't feel great on it. So it probably wasn't very high quality.
I was looking for the brand of those pants that
Yep.
you said you couldn't find.
And no, and I've already checked. I looked on the button. I think they're probably Woolrich. They're hunting pants.
Mm.
But they had, I believe they had a hole in the crotch. Probably not good for hunting. She's just gonna do a couple circles.
That's what I do.
I'm just spinning in circles. I'm now to the media. I think I pull out a 2-pack DVD combo of Resident Evil movies for, she say 50 cents. And then I picked out Lonesome Dove on Blu-ray for 50 cents. That one's for me. Resident Evil's for resale. Resident Evil will probably just end up in our next garage sale because it's not very valuable. Yay! We still haven't looked at or even acknowledged the most expensive item. Here we go. And the jelly pool loungers.
For a whole 75 cents each.
75 cents each. We're going to watch Rebecca figure out how to use them.
I couldn't.
She
has to come help me.
She's struggling. She's struggling. Oh, maybe there's a latch. Nope. Nope. Pull it. Look at it. Nope. Still no. For 75 cents, they're probably broken. They must be broken. Maybe not broken. She coming to rescue you? Oh, here she comes.
To my rescue.
Ooh. You gotta go all the way down and all the way back and then back up. All while this is happening, there's a nice other garage sale that goer right there that you kind of saw in the corner. He's telling us how great these are to take camping because they fold up smaller than cots and they're just as comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept going on about it.
So I'm like trying to stake my claim. Like, no, we're gonna be buying these.
Yeah, we're afraid he's gonna steal our non-camping cots.
I mean, we are gonna list locally, and we actually are gonna include that you can use them for camping in our listing because that's actually a really good idea.
It's a great idea. Good for him.
Thanks for the commentary. Which we never comment on stuff people are looking at when we're going to garage sales.
No. That's weird.
That is weird.
But then we had tried to make it even math. I said I should just put back a movie or try to find a different one. I couldn't. So we just gave them a 50-cent tip because we just don't like dealing with change.
Yeah.
Not change as in change from a 20, but changes in quarters.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that recently. She's going to pick up. Oh, she picked them up and she ran off. Oof.
This is the neighborhood garage sale that we didn't prioritize. There was actually great participation, but this isn't a neighborhood that we would go in.
She takes a break.
No, I'm not. I'm actually sitting in them because I'm very interested in those chairs. I don't buy them initially. We make our rounds around the neighborhood and then we go back and we do purchase them. But I was testing them out to see if I liked them. Probably should have asked how much those were for resale. But that's a great brand. Not really a great size for kids, but their prices were pretty fair.
I found 2 Wii games. She doesn't care. She's off to look at something else. Probably still thinking about those chairs. Both Wii games were pretty scratched. They were the wrong games in the cases, and one of them, the manual had water damage and is hard as a rock. It's crazy. I've never seen a manual that bad. But they told me 50 cents each.
You were looking at those boots too.
Or actually, they told me 50 cents for the pair, and I told them $1, 50 cents each, because I didn't want their quarters. This is why all the confusion happens. Dad says thank you, and I think she has me sit in the chairs. Mm-hmm. These are going to replace her current computer chair. Mm-hmm. You're thinking this isn't looking like a computer chair? Well, we don't really have a computer chair. We have comfy chairs.
Yep, because I sit at it all day. I like to sit crisscross sometimes. Sometimes I don't. I'm trying to debate if they would fit in the back of the Durango at this point. Or if we just want to spend the money on them too.
I think we ask how much. He says 100 for the pair. And then she gives one of her slogans. If it'll be there, then it's meant to be, or something.
If it's there when we're done with the neighborhood, then it's meant to be and we'll pick them up. And we did. We got both of them for $75.
And we're done. And at this sale, we were waiting for a couple individuals who we actually are behind in the neighborhood circle. They always seem to be in our way. We finally got them out of the way. I cut that video way short. Dad here is selling some of his Pokemon and some of his old sports cards. He had some interesting years, but not interesting players. But I did give it the once over just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Selling single Pokemon cards is not our thing, but I do like sports cards.
It's kind of a bummer this audio cut out because these people were so weird. Like their conversation was just like unique. It was unique. And they kept trying to get these other people to leave.
They had like acquaintances that had stopped by and
they kept saying, "Thanks for stopping by." And then they just keep talking.
And they were very distracting because I'm trying to look through these cards and I'm trying to keep a straight face and it's really difficult. These top loaders were a lot of late 90s Topps Chrome, Bowman Chrome. I was looking for refractors and so on. But yeah, he either was really bad at collecting or he already got rid of the good stuff, which is how most cards go at garage sales.
We did not buy anything at this garage sale.
No. But I did leave it in because we're looking at cards and Pokemon, and some people like that.
Even though you can't see because I didn't look at it and I have the camera on.
Nope. But boy, she's going to come look at some mugs or some bottles or something that she thinks is neat. Crochet.
There was nothing crochet at any of the sales we went to.
What's those little beads?
Perler beads.
Perler beads. Don't worry, guys. I cut that out.
Perler beads.
We do have a couple more garage sales where we do buy a lot of stuff. We have one coming up after this, I believe. It's pretty entertaining because the lady just tried to get us to just take it. Like, just take it. She didn't want any money. It was pretty funny.
That always weirds me out. Like when someone's having a garage sale and they're like, just take it. I'm sure some people are just happy to take whatever's free, but I'm not.
This one, we're looking at that little Tykes table. We have purchased little Tykes stuff before and flipped it.
Locally. It's
always
usually
locally.
pretty quickly that it goes. But
that was too much and it wasn't in good shape. It was missing a couple pieces.
Yeah, it was $20. I don't know. I think I need it to be $10 or less for me to want to deal with it.
And if we had purchased it, she would not have been able to purchase her chairs. Well, she would have anyways. But
no, I wouldn't.
I would have had a really hard time getting them in the car.
I don't think they would have fit with that table.
Again, this is a garage sale with multiple people here, just having a grand old time. Husbands are in the park or the driveway. Wives are in the garage. We're looking at the jeans.
You can see, I see that it's Hollister. I'm like, ooh, gross. And I put it back down because I'm trying to figure out why you're looking at it so closely.
I was looking at them because they were BKE. I guess that's buckle. That stands for. They still sell well, but I think they had like $8 each on the jeans or something. I had felt pretty good about jeans because I think that morning we had sold a pair of jeans. So obviously we sold one. We should buy a bunch more.
If the price had been right, you would have bought them. If they'd been $1 each, you would have bought all of them.
That's true. Dollar is always the price is right. We're looking. Got some wall art. She's deciding that we don't need any wall art. Good call. I think I'm over here playing with giant dinosaurs. And now I am. So you actually don't get to see us purchase this on camera, I don't believe, but we ended up buying this
Jurassic World, Indominus Rex.
There you go. I was waiting for that. You missed the cue. Couldn't remember his name. His belly opens. He eats dinosaurs. He does not make any noises. He is, unfortunately, 3 feet in length. He'll be fun to ship. This next garage sale, she is in this pose for approximately 7 minutes. I cut it. We've moved to the end. Here's my pile down here. I purchased a Wii. I purchased the Little Princess Barnes & Noble Leather Edition and some Jordan foam posits, I believe. Now we're on to the best garage sale of the day.
This one was overwhelming. No one was outside when we pulled up. It almost kind of like made me question if someone was cleaning out their garage on the day of neighborhood garage sales, because that does happen from time to time, and it's always really weird.
It's perfect timing. That's when I would clean my garage too.
I don't know if I turn to the left where you can see there's just piles of stuff.
She has piles and piles and piles of stuff everywhere. There are boxes underneath the tables. There are boxes on top of the tables. There are piles of boxes full of stuff, but only certain things are for sale.
Mm-hmm. And we do think that she is an eBay reseller because of the way the shelves are set up in the garage, and she has boxes with eBay tape all over them.
So she's obviously an eBay seller. Currently looking at some more sports cards. They were not good ones, but I still had to look at them multiple times. She is also out of camera, but she is bouncing around all over the place. We're about to get a lot more, not competition because we didn't buy anything, but a lot more people, which just made it even more hectic.
Because there's not a very wide space.
People digging in those dresses. Like, for some reason, I don't even know why these ladies were looking because they're not going to be wearing them. But then they ended up digging through her piles. There's a gentleman that comes up that's very interested in that briefcase. But then once she told him it was full of ephemera, right?
I don't know what she said.
He had a disgusted look and did not want it. Because he did not want to take whatever she had in it. I'm not sure what he was thinking it was, but he was very excited and then became not excited. But that was very interesting. We did look up multiple things. Everything had some kind of value for the most part, but it had a terrible, terrible sell-through rate. At the very end, I look up a crystal German-made lighter. It has good pricing, but it's had like 100 listed and like 3 sold. That is a very bad sell-through rate.
I ultimately just turned this camera off before we're even done at the sale because I'm so overwhelmed at this point. Like, I can't even go into the garage because it just stresses me out. Like, I don't know what's for sale, and that really bothers me.
And she just kept bouncing around all over the place. And behind me, where I'm standing, is a big pile of tools, which people start digging through. And of course, she forgot to put a
not for sale sign
or a blanket or a towel or whatever she said over it. I'm looking at these records. I have no idea why we're still here. I should have already left. I don't end up buying them. Not even one of them. I'm going to check the tag and get a little bit further in the garage. Maybe, maybe not. Then we start to get really confused. What is here and what isn't. Man, I probably should have cut this a little bit shorter too. But you see the person over in the Adidas jacket? That individual will start to
just make her way around the garage.
Yeah, and she'll start going through every stack throughout the garage. Rebecca just pointed at the individual in the Adidas jacket, which really helped me because I could already see it. Apologize, you all can't. I did look up that can of engine spray paint. I think it's Briggs & Stratton, and it was from like the 70s. It felt empty. And then I don't know how to ship it. I think it may have to be required ground because it's aerosol, but it's empty. But there were a lot listed, like 75 to 100 of them. and maybe 5 to 6 sold. She's going through totes, maybe pulling out some stuff she hasn't listed yet. I'm still trying to find that spray paint. Like, seriously, we should have left so long ago.
Mm-hmm. It always confuses me when you stay at a sale like a really long time, but you haven't started making a pile yet.
You should tell me to go.
I should. I'll keep that in mind.
Usually her go-to when we're done with the sale is she just goes to the car. She just walks away, she leaves me, and I turn around and she's gone.
You did leave me at one of the sales. It may have gotten cut because we didn't buy anything. Like, I heard the car start and I was like, oh, that's my cue to leave.
So thanks for joining us today on our garage sale video. Hope you return to a normal video in the coming weeks. Like and subscribe if you'd like, and have a great day.